An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country.
Kemi say you don't want to do anything with Boko. She says she don't want to get anything to do with Northerners Nigeria.
If I wanted to be in Nigeria, I would have moved back to Nigeria. I don't want to recreate Nigeria in the UK. And I think that there are many people who come from countries where they want to recreate what they are familiar with in the UK. That is bad for social cohesion, and it is bad for the very things that made Britain what it is. All of those things which I know you use liberal differently in the US, but those things that I call liberal values, free speech, equality under the law. People don't understand how special this stuff is. Freedom, that being treated the same no matter who you are, whether you're the poorest person or the richest person, the presumption of innocence, something that's thrown away with cancel culture. We've got to fight these things. And I know what it is like to live in a place that doesn't have these things. So it's very, very precious. And I will die to protect those things. And I don't want the UK being turned into the sort of place that everybody else is running from. Somebody has to defend it. And what I tell them is that this isn't about Islam. It is about a virulent strain of Islamism. Mm-hmm. And I recognize it because I saw it in northern Nigeria. So for me, the October 7th was actually a reminder of what had happened 10 years ago in Nigeria, where 300 schoolgirls were kidnapped. And I'd spent 1 year in a school like that, like a state boarding school. They're horrible, they're like prison. And you just want to get out. And I can just imagine being a child and some men just scoop you all away and most of you don't come back. It's absolutely horrific.
Rishi Sunak, the former British Prime Minister, is originally from India. A very brilliant young man. He never denigrated his nation of ancestry, nor poured venoms on India. Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the British Labour or Conservative Party. We are proud of her, in spite of her efforts at denigrating her nation of origin. She is entitled to her own opinions. She has even every right to remove the Kemi from her name. But that does not underscore the fact that the greatest black nation on earth is the nation called Nigeria.
I no fit laugh. I don't tell una say Emma Tene. I don't tell una say na disgrace. If una no leave this Kemi Badenoch alone, na disgrace now una go dey get. Una no agree with me. Many Nigerians they tell una say make una leave this lady alone. Our Nigeria government, una say na lie, say na una product. Chai, she, it never finish now. Hey, she go ti turn di yin sin. Hey, as na no wan hear this lady in peace. Hope una go hear am now. We be say you come out now, come finish una. You come out now, come give una woto. Keep una for where una belong. Hope say na body don dey okay now. Because I don't know wetin una think say una dey talk. Hey, chai. If they say person no get shame, my people, na Nigeria government. I don't know as this our government they look at us as if we are very proud of them. Now that one understand. Anyway, my people, Kemi don't come out now say he say no identify herself as Nigeria. Abi you not dey hear? He say he be Yoruba lady. He no be Nigeria. What about that one now, Mr. Shetty? Abi he never finish now. Kemi say he no want do anything with Boko. She say she no want get anything to do with Northerners Nigeria. Abi una no dey hear word. Kemi, please stay clear from these people. Nothing good will come out from political thieves. The association of them, they will destroy your career. Omo, you two dey correct. Separate yourself from them. Kemi, I beg, I think God beg you. I know what you say tomorrow. You can't change your mind. I can't begin to see you with these people. I beg, my sister. Nothing good will come out from these people. They go rather pull you down. That your reputation, they go pull her. They go put her inside potopoto. They go use her rock ground. Now what they stand for be that. Because I don't know where Kemi come down to Nigeria problem. I don't understand my people. Instead of them to focus on their failures. They can't carry Kemi matter. They put that one for their head, begin the hawk and they go. Hey, my people, as if problem not there for Nigeria again. Nigeria government. Kemi say make una leave am alone. Say you no sabi speak una language. The only language we una sabi na lie. She say she no sabi speak am. Make una let her be.
I grew up in Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you, Roxy. Lagos was a place where almost everything seemed broken. I grew up under a military dictatorship, and I would never have believed that 40 years later, I would be standing here as the leader of the world's most successful political party in the history of Western democracy. I was lucky in my experiences. I was born to a relatively wealthy family and had a decent education. But I also know what it is like to be poor. I watched my family become poor as their wealth, income, and savings were inflated away by destructive government policies. But they didn't call it socialism, but it definitely was. Capital controls, no freedom of movement, government owning the means of production. And there was no freedom either. The government decided which school your child went to, it decided which businesses could or could not operate, all the way to arrests with no trial and state-sanctioned murder. So I know what freedom looks like. It's what I had in the UK. I know the values that can make citizens wealthier and happier, and how without them, they become engines of misery and despair. Classic liberal values, not left-wing liberalism, but classic liberalism of free markets, free speech, free enterprise, freedom of religion, the presumption of innocence and trusted institutions within the rule of law, and equality under the law, no matter who you are or where you come from. All of those things were missing when I was growing up as a child. So I know their value, and I know that in the West, we may be losing what made our countries great.
That some have described Kemi's comments as being not patriotic, as, you know, trying to distance herself from our origin, because no matter how she wants to run, even the Kemi gives her away every single time that you are Yoruba by whatever means, whether partial, by whatever percentage. But at the same time, some have linked that to possible future ambitions that she has in the UK Parliament, and also talking about the impression that such a developed nation has when it comes to the country that we are in. And it takes me back to perception that we keep talking about when it comes to certain things that are being reported, certain things that are being done in our country. But at the end of the day, it is our life. It is our decision.
Okay, but she should not make the rest of us look very bad.
The big question is your country bad or not?
Sounds okay.
Is your country bad or not?
Our
That should be the
country is not
question.
bad.
Okay, that's
Our
the
country
answer.
is not bad.
That's the question.
Over to you, my people. Is your country bad or not? I beg, make una feel free to drop the comments down below. Until I come in away next time, wonder shall never end.